I'm Kirby.
I'm David, and this is Augustine Bikes.
I'm out on a 20-mile ride today on my e-bike to show you real-world situations where e-bikes are safer than regular bikes and why. The infrastructure for bikes in the U.S. is not as developed as some other countries, so when out on the road you'll have to rely on your awareness and the bike you're riding. I'll share tips about crossing intersections, parking lots, curves in the road, and shit that happens. Like this guy who opened his door without looking. Or this guy who decided he didn't need to stop at the stop sign until he saw how fast I was going and put on his brakes. One of the most significant safety features of an e-bike is its speed and ability to go from 0 to whatever speed you need in a very short amount of time. Let's start with crossing a major road. I see a truck ahead that's turning left. As he accelerates, I accelerate and use him to block me as I safely cross a busy 4-lane road. Bike lanes by their very nature are not very wide, so the challenge with riding in them is compounded by all the things that people put in them, not the least of which is garbage day. Again, the e-bike's ability to quickly get around obstacles has helped me on countless occasions. As you'll see with this intersection coming up, it's an uphill ride to the stop sign and then continues uphill. Usually cars are coming from 4 different directions, and the cyclist has to go from a standing stop to pedaling fast enough to get through it. The e-bike changes that awkwardness. One of the most dangerous places to ride is parking lots. Cars are coming from all directions, paying very little attention to bikes. Again, the ability to travel at car speeds and maneuver out of dangerous situations quickly is a huge safety advantage. This is a major intersection. When approaching, I stay back about 4 car lengths to leave plenty of room for cars to turn right. Once I know those cars are going straight, I quickly get ahead of them, positioning myself to safely cross. Whenever crossing an intersection, I use the car blocking technique. I spot a car up ahead, judging what queue they are in to cross. I then accelerate to get alongside them. As they move through the intersection, I follow beside. Car drivers tend to have a love, hate, fear kind of relationship with bikes that oftentimes creates problems at intersections. By traveling alongside a car, it tends to diffuse those concerns, allowing me to cross safely. The last tip I'll share in this video is curves in the road. Sharing the road with cars and bikes is hard enough, but when sharing a curve, the cyclist tends to go wide and the car tends to lean in, making for a very dangerous situation. I'm coming up to a major curve and find myself behind a cyclist, and rather than pass, I hang back long enough to see if there are cars behind me. It is at this point where cars and bikes traveling together have a big problem. The power of an e-bike continues to help me get out of really difficult situations.